Hi, welcome. I'm Emma from Pilates Online. Today's class will be a Yin Yoga class, which will focus on helping reduce fear and anxiety, to create a balance in our mind and body, to help reduce any stagnant qi and energy in the body. And so it will stimulate the meridian lines of the kidney, the bladder, the stomach, and the spleen. Now, if you don't know a lot about Yin Yoga, it is a type of yoga that focuses a little bit more on stretching out ligaments and tendons, more so than Yang Yoga, which is more focused on muscles and stretching the muscles. So Yang Yoga is more the energetic, strong yoga, and Yin is a little bit more relaxed, slow. We can consider Yin and Yang practices in not only yoga, but you can consider your normal workout like gym or other forms of exercise that are a little bit more strong, focused on the muscles, as Yang, and maybe in comparison yoga in general is Yin compared to that. So in everyday life we have the opposites. We have Yin and Yang, we have black and white, we have light and dark. There is always a polar opposite of one thing. In Yin Yoga, we are trying to balance out our energy. So if we are feeling a little bit emotional, this is a great practice to do, to focus on the certain emotions that are linked with the body and the meridian lines. And the meridian lines come from Chinese traditional medicine. If you've had acupuncture, you will know that when you go and get the acupuncture needles, they go into certain spots in your body, and what that is doing is targeting the meridian line. So the meridian line perhaps to the kidney or the spleen, or to target certain emotion depending on how you're feeling. And without going into too much depth, the meridian lines can be targeted while we're doing certain exercises as well. So with Yin Yoga, it's a great way to help us balance out our stagnant energy, which is what Chinese traditional medicine focus a lot on, is the qi, the energy. And this can get blocked and stagnate in our body in certain areas, and what we're doing is releasing that. Now, in Yin Yoga, it's important to not push your body. So we're working with the body's own ability to let go, and we are allowing the body to go to its what we call appropriate edge or limit, where it's not discomfort, where it's not forced. You will feel a little bit of discomfort, but you won't be forcing it. You go to the appropriate edge your body is capable to go to. If you feel your breath is affected, your breath is racing, you've gone too far, you will back off a little. So the important thing is not to push, not to force. Allow the body to relax and allow gravity to do the work. Now we'll be practicing in positions for about 3 minutes today. Normally we can go up to 5 minutes, but I want this to be a nice introduction to Yin, and you can take poses longer than 5 minutes. Some people take them longer, but you'll find it's quite interesting the responses you'll get with your body when you first start a Yin practice. You can stop at 1 minute. You can just listen to your body. So make sure you're aware of your own body and what's going on, and always listen to that. I do encourage you though, once you find the position, the pose, to stay very still. That's the key, stillness. We are going to focus a lot on the mind and mindfulness at the same time. So I'll be talking you through some great ways to help you stay focused and not to ignore the pain or the discomfort, but to actually just, work through it, if you like. So we'll begin by talking about Ujjayi breath. As a reminder, if you haven't remembered this from, I've talked about it in the 21-day challenge before, we'll be constricting the glottis. This is one type of breathing you can do while we're doing our pose. So if you say the word whisper, whisper, opening your mouth and allowing the final part to almost constrict your glottis a little. So it's whisper. And we'll be doing that with a closed mouth. So you don't have to make it too loud. It's not about how loud it is. It's about just focusing on that slight constriction of your glottis. And what this does is allow the body to relax. What we're doing is prolonging the exhale a little. We are focused on the breath. So this allows us to really control our mind and start to look inward and be more connected with our body and in the present moment. So you'll need a few props today, especially if you're starting out. I have a bolster here, a yoga bolster. You probably won't have one of those at home, so you can use a rolled up mat, maybe some big cushions. I've got these bolster cushions just from my lounge, but grab a couple of big ones if you have them. You'll be using those just to give you a little bit of support for your body. If you're not feeling comfortable in a pose, you can adjust slightly. Now we're going to begin by coming into a butterfly pose with the legs in front and soles of the feet together. We'll be working the meridian of the kidney and spleen. Now, if this is not comfortable on your knees for any reason, you can place the bolsters or the pillows under your knees. Also, if you're very tight in the groin, this may be quite intense, so you can lever up your legs a little like that. If you find coming forward is not comfortable for your back, if you have any back issues like disc bulge, then you can do the same pose but lying on your back so that you're opening through the groin, but you're keeping your back nice and straight. So if you take the pose of your choice and then just gently come forward and let your head relax. Now, if you actually have any neck issues and this is not comfortable, or you find this is too much to begin, too intense to begin, you may want to put a couple of pillows, build yourself up. You can start in this upright position if this is okay for you. And you'll notice the body will start to let go. So as you start to let go, you can take away one cushion and let your body release. If your neck is still too sore going forward like that, just keep it up and just let the rest of the body come forward. Always listen to your body. So we're coming down now into the pose for 3 minutes and bringing the hands either onto the feet or forward. And once you find your appropriate edge, I want you just to relax here. Let go of any tension in the body. Take a deep breath in and slow breath out. Remember, you can be using your Ujjayi breath here. And so we're letting go of any tension in the muscles, letting go of holding on. And you may start to notice your body just releasing and allow it to come forward if that's the feeling you're getting. So we're not only letting the body go, we're also letting our thoughts go. Just allowing deep, slow breaths in. Deep, slow breaths out. Breathing in deep and breathing out slow. Using your Ujjayi breath if you want to focus, or just focus on belly breathing. Letting your body expand and your belly expand as you inhale. And gently contract as you exhale. Keeping stillness in the body. And just letting go. And slowly, when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself all the way up. And just close the legs. And just hold them closed. And maybe just move side to side like a little windshield wiper, releasing the body. Once we release the body, we may feel the energy rush to those areas of the body that we've been stimulating. And so the next position is into child's pose, and just resting in child's pose for a couple of moments, just a few breaths. And if for any reason you are not comfortable in the next exercise in your knees, you can go back to the last one we were doing, the butterfly pose, and adjust with pillows under your knees if you need to. Now this next pose is a wide angle child's pose. So we're taking our knees open as wide as we can, but we're still sitting back like we did in child's pose, and then we'll be coming forward. So you can do this side on your mat. I'll actually do it side on this way, and so I'm just going to use another mat to give myself some padding. So when you come down into this position, you are sitting back towards your feet. You're opening your knees as wide as you can. And when you come down, we are then threading your right arm underneath. So you're twisted in the upper back a little, moving the arm under. And then we're taking the left arm, if it feels okay, and wrapping the hand just on the inside of the right inner thigh, just fingers on the thigh. Or if that's too much, you just hold the hand here, in front, wherever, on the leg, or just behind on your back. And we're staying in this pose for 3 minutes again, holding in your steady position. Close your eyes. And focus on the breath. The in, deep breath, and the out, slow breath. Breathing in deep, and breathing out slow. So remember, you're in your own appropriate edge. Now, I'm quite flexible in my groin area, so if you don't come down this far, that's fine. You just find your position for you. And the key is to find stillness in the pose. And as you focus on your breath, just start to reconnect with your mind. So our breath and our mind are very connected. The breath is actually the gateway to our mind. So whenever we're feeling anxious or fearful, we use the breath to start to feel centered again. It's only when we're thinking in the future or the past that we worry and we have fear or we have anxiety. in the present moment. We only have what is in front of us, which is usually often the case, not as bad as our projections are into the future. So the breath enables us to reconnect again with the body, with the present moment. And the breath allows us to come back to the here and the now. And when you're ready, we're placing the left hand down on the floor and slowly coming up, putting both hands on the floor. And just feel, maybe you feel some energy coming into that right arm. And we go down now to the left. So sweep that left arm down, and same on the other side. We reach the right arm behind wherever you were on the other side. Maybe it's just on the leg or on your back, that's fine. And we're holding. Find your appropriate edge. Find your stillness in the pose. And just know this is only temporary. And there's feelings of maybe tension in your body, if you are feeling any, will pass. So just relax into it. Remember, if it is too much though, you can come out, but just start to become aware of what's going on in your body and the changes you're making. So we're actually rejuvenating the ligaments and tendons. We are hydrating them by opening them up, stretching them a little. And we're stimulating the meridian lines to help us to start to feel more centered. To remember, connect back to your breath. So if you find your breath is short or shallow, you may be going a little too far in the pose. Only one more minute to make our 3 minutes. You've already been a 2-minute hold. If you do start to feel pins and needles or you're not comfortable, you're welcome to come out. Just listen to your body. Slightly adjust if you need to. Slow breath in and slow breath out. And when you're ready, we're slowly bringing the right hand down to the floor again and slowly bring the left arm up. And you can come down onto your elbows or stay up, and just from here lift up and bring one leg in and then the other leg in, and just come into child's pose for now and just really feel that release. Just feel the changes in the body. Let the body readjust.
Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Coming up now, slowly. And we're coming into dragon pose. Take your right leg forward and we're opening through the left hip. Now, holding this position, if you're not comfortable to put your hands on the floor, just get a couple of pillows or blocks if you have them. Give yourself a little lift up, whatever you need. But if you're feeling comfortable here, just hold this position. We're opening through the hip. And if your neck gets sore at any point, just bring the head up. Again, we're holding for a 3-minute hold. And just know your appropriate edge. So we are bringing the hips forward to open the hip. But at any point, if you have to, you just come back a little further, release it off. And again, return to the breath. You may notice some heat arising, and that's normal. You're just starting to move the chi, move the energy. Close your eyes and just return to the pose. Turning your gaze inward and just letting go of any thoughts that come up. Just notice them and then let them go again. Find stillness in your pose. Your front foot should be under your front knee. Your back foot can be flat if it feels more comfortable. Just feel the difference in your body. Just keep focusing on your breath. Breathing in deep, and breathing out slow. Relax your shoulders. And slowly now just bring that front leg back and just sit back into child's pose, releasing the hip. Feeling your breath expand on your legs and contract again. And coming forward again into the next pose. Or same pose, different leg. Take your left leg forward and just take your right knee back. Remember, the left foot is under the left knee, and you can have support if you need to put your hands on something. You can put either side of your leg, blocks, books, whatever you have. Use fists if you need to for your wrist. And if you want to open up the hip a little more, just flatten the back foot. And remember, just letting go in the pose once you find your appropriate edge. Just holding that position in as much stillness as you can. Closing your eyes. And just know that our breath returns us back home. back home to the stillness. There may be chaos outside, there may be things going on out of our control. At any time we need peace, we just come back to our home, to our own source of happiness, to the here and the now. And when we are with the body, as one with the body, we're not caught up in the mind and what's going on outside of us. We are peaceful. We are joyful. And we don't have any anxiety or fear. That doesn't exist when we are connected to our true nature, our true source. We can control our thoughts and our feelings just by coming home, just by returning to the breath. Knowing that you always have that to return to. It's always there, it's never changing. And when you're ready, just come back with the front leg, move your hips back. And take a child's pose, take a few breaths here. You can even wiggle your hips a little in the child's pose. Do whatever feels good for your body. Just really listen to your body. You can roll out your wrists. Just regain some of that mobility back. And then coming down onto your tummy now. So we are going into Sphinx pose in Yin Yoga. Now this is going to be working on our kidney and spleen meridian line, and there's a couple of options for you. If you do have any back issues, you don't want to be too high. You can come down with the arms and just do a very mini version, lifting more through the upper back. If it's still too much, you can just even rest on your forearms, crossing your forearms. Okay, that may be enough for you. But if you feel okay, bring your elbows just slightly forward of your shoulders and you come up into Sphinx pose here. Now, you will be creating some, I guess, not tension, but you will feel this in the lower back. You are stretching out the lower back a lot here, compressing the back. So if you feel too much, you can just release the pressure by pressing the pubic bone into the mat, squeezing the glutes slightly, tucking the pelvis just to release off some pressure. Or you can squeeze the outer and inner thighs a little, just move slightly out of it, or you just take your elbows more forward, reduce the tension. So just listen to your body. And if anyone would like to, if you would like to try a little more intense version, which I will, just because I know this is definitely what I need, and I do this one sometimes to give my back some release. So you can bring your elbows up onto a bolster or a pillow and just hold whichever position you're in. Close your eyes, return back to your breath. So there's a lot of fascia in the lumbar spine area and the lower back, the sacrum area, and we are stimulating that fascia. So just remember, if the feeling gets a little intense, just reduce your range, listen to your body. Remember, you can always press the pubic bone into the mat a little if you want to release off some tension. Otherwise, focus on your breath. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Just letting all your thoughts go. Just notice them if they come into your mind, which they will, and just let them go. Just think of them like a cloud passing by. So you're the observer, you're watching the thoughts, you're noticing, and you're just letting them pass by. You're not getting attached, you're not getting taken into the story of the mind. Too often we get lost in our thoughts. Sometimes they're not even reality, they're not even true. We like to create our thoughts, feelings, stories, and often they are not even reality. And when you're ready, whichever position you were in, just slowly come out of the pose and just relax on your tummy and just let that integrate into your body. Let the blood pour into the areas that you were just stimulating. Just feel your breath, feel your body expand as you inhale, contract as you exhale. And then when you're ready, just bring your palms under your shoulders and press back into child's pose, releasing the back. And then bring yourself back up. We have one last position. We're going into a wide leg open position, which is called dragonfly pose in Yin. Now, in this position, we're not worried about where the legs are going so much. You may need to bring yourself into a propped up position at the beginning, and that's okay, that's normal. If you just want to start here, if you know you don't need the props to begin, then you can come straight forward and just listen to your body. So we're holding forward fold pose, and again, if this is not good for your back, you can go into butterfly pose like we did at the beginning, where you are lying on your back in this position. Okay, if it's not good on your neck, same approach. So you'll be doing a 3-minute hold. And again, just find your appropriate edge. So you're not pushing, you're not forcing, and start in a semi-comfortable position. And then just start to let the body release. So we're stimulating the meridian lines of the kidney and the bladder.
which relate to fear. And so keeping these meridian lines open and the chi flowing is a great way to balance out our emotions. Remember your Ujjayi breath as you exhale. Just relax the shoulders. And these forward fold positions are great to help us calm our mind. Anytime you need to relax, you can come into any kind of forward fold. And just let go in the pose and let gravity take over. And releasing the body, letting everything go, to all the tension out of the muscles. And stimulating the ligaments and tendons in the groin area here, in the back. Nourishing that area, hydrating our joints. And exhale one last time. And slowly bring your body up carefully. And just bring your legs in together. And just give them a little release side to side, opening through the hips. And we're going to come down into Shavasana now. So if you know you feel a little tension in your back, if you lie with your legs straight, you can place a bolster or pillow underneath your knees like this, and that helps to flatten out your lower back. You may feel more comfortable in this position, or if you're fine and your back feels okay, you can just extend the legs and take your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your shoulders into your back and just feel your chest opening. Your palms are facing to the ceiling. And then you can close your eyes and just focus on your breath, your in breath and your out breath. Feel your belly rise and fall. And just allow your body to integrate the changes of today's session. Just feel the energy flowing through your body freely now. And start to relax your toes, your feet, your ankles. Relax your calves, your shins, and your knees. Relax your thighs, back of your thighs, and your hips. Relax your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Relax your shoulders, top of your shoulders, top of your arms. Relax your elbows, your forearms, and your wrists. Relax your palms, your fingers, and your hands. And just let your whole arm relax into the mat. And relax your shoulders, opening your chest. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks and your eyes. Relax your forehead, the top of your head. Let your whole body and head just melt into the mat. And just relax and just feel almost like your body is just one with the energy. When you're ready, just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and just turn your head side to side and just release any tension in your head and neck. And send your arms all the way back behind your head to the floor and just enjoy that stretch. You can walk your feet and legs together and bend your knees. And then just roll onto your right side and just stay resting on your outstretched arm, keeping your eyes closed for a couple of seconds. And when you're ready, press yourself all the way up to seated. And get comfortable whether you are sitting on a blanket or on a bolster, something to prop you up a little. And get comfortable, close your eyes, and just sit nice and upright. And just notice your breath now. Continue returning back to your breath. Maybe your breath is a lot lighter now, a lot more relaxed, like you're hardly breathing. This is a calm state of the body we want to maintain. Just when we're connected to our true source, to joy, to peace, to happiness, to stillness. When you're ready, bring your palms to your heart center. And just repeat after me in your own mind. I am love. I am light. I am joy. And I am peace. I am that I am. And bow to yourself for giving yourself the time to practice today. And rub your palms together. A little bit of energy in your hands. And place your hands just onto your eyes. And then rub that energy all over your body. Namaste. Thank you so much for today's practice. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it brought you some peace, and it helps to keep you in a calm, centered state. Opening the body in this way, releasing the energy blocks, is a great way to stay feeling positive, because our body is so connected to our mind. So continue using this practice or a couple of the moves. It doesn't have to be the whole practice at once. Just choose a couple and just do one a day, and let me know how you feel. Thank you so much for joining me. Take good care. Bye for now.